and I'm back today to record another live tarot card reading for you guys. This is going to be another pick a card reading, and it's for all signs. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I took a breather for a little while, and I'm back recording as much possibly can for this period of time. I'm not able to monetize my videos, so anyone who wants to donate would seriously appreciate it at this time. People are not donating. I've had very little donations. I have recorded, I think, over 80 live recordings split between YouTube and Instagram. So if you want me to continue to do these, please donate. It really keeps me motivated. I had kind of like a rough day yesterday, feeling just not motivated really. Feeling like, yeah, just not appreciated very much on my channel, or just for the amount of work that I've put in on my channel and on Instagram and stuff like that. The response, has been low, and it just feels like in some way, I actually feel like I'm reading for the same, like two people. And the thing is I can't keep doing that. Like it's not really, my goal. Like my goal is to read so that people see my stuff. So please please share, please comment. Once this video is posted, please go back and put a comment on it, because in the live chat it doesn't show up. Please give this a thumbs up. It seriously helps my channel right now. I have to get, I think, to like 4,000 watch time hours, and I'm only at like maybe 500 for all the work that I've put in. And so it's hard to stay motivated right now to do these. And I want to continue to do these because I enjoy doing these, but I want to also feel like people appreciate them, and people are donating, and people are booking readings. So for those of you who want to get a private reading, I am still offering private readings. I do have time this weekend, so please reach out to me, send me a payment. You can book a reading through my website, oracledaphne.com. That's going to be in the description box below. So yeah, and then if you want to send a donation, you can send it through Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. I also take, for those of you who book readings, you can send a payment through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal too. Just wanted to say that. And I also have the listings over on Etsy, but right now Etsy takes like a huge cut, and it's almost not worth it for me. So I'm considering taking down those listings over on Etsy. Please let me know if you want me to keep those up. Because Etsy allows different types of payment options, which I think is nice for some people, if they want to do that, do it that way. So I am going to jump in. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and this is where you're more than welcome to watch through, or you're more than welcome, if you're watching back later, to skip ahead to the one that I pulled for you. So this is card 1, group 1. And this is card 2, group 2. I do want to check my chat here. Okay. And this is card 3, group 3. Okay, so again, I'm just going to hold them up again. Card 1, group 1. Card 2, group 2. And card 3, group 3. And I'm just going to jump in to card 1, group 1. This is the hive mind insectoid card from my Galactic Heritage deck. And the thing about it is that this to me represents the like a collective mind. That the hive mind is a collective, rather than like they work together, rather than them having individual dreams and goals and wishes. Like, so with the hive, they work as like as a group, as a team, basically. And it's a different way of thinking about consciousness. And typically, when I see this card, this is a very positive card, by the way. This indicates usually someone who is into plants, is into nature, who has a green thumb. This is also like having a psychic connection with someone. This is also potentially having a connection to bees themselves and insects themselves. Um, I have a special connection to the bees specifically. You would know if you did, but it's just one of those things where you'd yeah, like you would know if you had that. Usually though, this is when this shows up, it's just like um it has a feeling of just a feeling good, to it, the card itself. So those of you who, have had kind of maybe a rough time with things or maybe not feeling the best, this is a really good card to show up for this group in general. And it also means that you're going to have help. It means that you're not alone. That's what my guide is showing me. Like you may feel very alone, or you might have moments of where you feel very isolated, but then it's important to remember. Sorry, I'm laughing. There's this little boy who's really struggling. His mother is trying to get like this shirt over him, and he's outside playing, and she was like really struggling there for a moment. It was really funny. You might have kids, you might be distracted by kids, at this time. You might, um, for some, be struggling real hard with your kids. Now, your kids could be any age. And when I say struggling hard, it doesn't mean like, it's the end of the world. It's just like maybe there's things that you're going through with them, and it's a learning experience, a learning curve, learning experience for everyone. I got a lot of really positive cards here showing up for this spread, and a lot of positive energy, very healing energy for this group. In the past, we have the Queen of Swords showing up, and to me that can indicate, issues of trust within a relationship. But I feel that I feel like there's a hot and cold thing, with you and another person. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be, friendship. It could be your cousin. It could be, a sister or someone. There's a lot of female energy showing up here. So this could be female social groups, social outings, spending time with people, calling up a girlfriend, calling up an aunt, somebody like that. I used to talk a lot with my family, like extended family. And so that's what it reminded me of. Somebody, you're talking to. Could be also extended family for some of you, like, but I feel like there's a lot of females. Like to me, I'm seeing, it's so funny. I'm seeing like a beach house or like a summer house or like a place that people might go to have like a social event or social outing. Some of you may be actually trying to find a venue of some sort. Could be a wedding venue. It could be, or for some of you, it could be house hunting. It could be looking at property, looking at houses. I'm specifically seeing a house with like a little chimney. So like a little cottage type house. So this might be a little investment property for some of you. For some, this is like, you planning to go, to go see something and check it out. I'm getting a tingle on that. So, you might be moving for a job or trying to relocate. And to me, there's this energy about trying to really relocate, looking at a house, looking at a property of some sort. The outcome is the Six of Swords, and to me that is sleeping really well, freedom from worry. And like to me, it's super important to see this, with especially having a lot of positive energy, because to me the outcome here is really, really good, because any kind of stress that you may have had will become a thing of the past. It does indicate sleeping better, or just, and when you sleep better, you wake up and you feel like you can really take on the day. Um, so there's that. I want to move on to group 2. I feel like I could probably read for group 1 all day. There's a lot of really interesting things that are coming through here for this, but I am going to move on to group 2. I am going to try to keep these readings a little bit shorter. Like I said, I'm not getting any donations, and this is all for free because my channel's not monetized yet. I've requested YouTube to take a look at my channel and review my channel and see if I can get monetized. So that's the goal. But in the meantime, try to keep these readings shorter. And so card number 2, group 2. This is the Hermit card in my Marseille deck. And the Hermit card is kind of taking a moment to retreat from the world. Financially, because it's in my Marseille deck, which I consider to be my money deck, for those people who are younger, it's important for people who are younger to take to figure out what's most important before finances become your entire life, before it becomes all that matters to you. Because not when I say younger, okay, let's just say 50 and younger, okay? 50 and younger. This is, like making money more important than anything else. Having in some way having like a materialistic perspective. The funny thing about the Hermit is it's all about perspective with the Hermit. Like when the Hermit goes into the cave, right? And takes time away from the world, he is reflecting on what's important for him. Taking care of his body, taking care of his health, taking care of, whatever he's got on his plate. Maybe doing a little online, whatever, maybe calling a few friends, but not too many. This is just kind of retreating, right? But he's thinking about what matters. Whereas when he's in the world is influential. The world tells us, we have to have all this flashy stuff. We have to bling it out. We have to, soup everything up to its maximum. And it seems like to the world, like that's what's most important. And to the Hermit, when the Hermit takes time away, he realizes that, to me, he or she realizes that money is not all that matters. But when you're out in the world, it seems like it is. It seems like it does. To me, this is also the card. It has a lot of interesting meanings when it's, from my Marseille deck. Because my Marseille deck is all really about finances. But this card specifically also talks about love. Because it's like that saying that love is a light in the dark. And for some people, that's what they need. They really need someone to be there for them, someone to love them, and someone to be encouraging, It's very interesting. I had a very low day yesterday, a very, very low day. And I really didn't have a lot of people encouraging me. I did have a few friends, who were worried about me. But in general, I felt like I got no response from my followers on Instagram. And I didn't record anything. And I think that having taken that step back, I can resonate with this card and be like, well, what did I need in my retreat? Did I really need someone to give me $1 million? No, I really just needed someone to be there for me, to tell me that it was going to be okay, to tell me that whatever's going on with my channel, whatever's going on with my job stuff, whatever's going on with social media can wait, you know? It's for me to, come back into the world and be encouraging, and specifically love, there's a lot of different types of love. There's romantic love, there's unconditional love. To me, for this card, it doesn't have to be romantic type love. Love is love. That's it. And love, if you're loving someone, especially if they're feeling down or if they're feeling like they're struggling, that is all they need. That's all that's really needed, you know? I feel like, okay, so this is gonna sound funny. I feel like I'm reading for someone who wants me to talk about romance, who wants me to talk about relationships, who wants me to tell them that this is the person that they're going to find, or this is the person that they're going to marry, or this is the person that they're going to have in their life. But I'm going to flip things around. I'm just going to throw the monkey wrench, and I'm going to tell you, whoever's watching, that this card is not about how you're going to meet someone who's going to be this for you. This is the card that I tell you where you are, and everyone watching, you have the ability to be a light for somebody else. And you have the ability to bring it to somebody else, to love somebody else. And that is the challenge. The challenge is not about how this is how you're going to land in this perfect spot, and this person, whoever you're going to land with, is going to love you forever, and they're going to be everything you could possibly want, and they're going to be the light in the dark. No. I'm here to tell you that you are, and you can be, the light for someone else just by loving someone else from your heart, wholeheartedly. And that's what's needed. That's the challenge. And this is not necessarily about being a light worker either. This is not necessarily, you don't have to be a psychic or intuitive or do tarot or, any of that stuff in order to be a light for somebody else. Loving somebody and actually focusing on love and bringing it is light enough, I think, in my opinion. Okay, group 2. This is very challenging. I am moving on to group 3 because I am just in that mood today. Moving right along, very breezy, keeping it light. And I'm going to pull. Okay, so this card, this was card 3, number group 3. We have the High Priest here. And hi, Norway. Thanks so much for joining the chat. I appreciate it so much. I'm not sure if Norway is your name or if you live in Norway. I'm just curious about that. Okay, so the Sage card is seeking counsel from an older, wiser male. Okay. This is also being on a spiritual path. It's funny because my last recording, I really had intended to do a video for specifically for light workers. Oh, you're from Norway. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, like I wanted to do a special video specifically for light workers. I may or may not have time to do it today. Yesterday, like I said, was a day where I was not motivated. And it's very rare for that to happen for me. It's very, very rare. I typically I have a lot usually going on. I try to keep busy. But there are some days where I just feel like there's nothing that I can do. And I feel not defeated, but just like I'm moving a rock up a hill. And then I kind of surrender and I go, okay, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to wait for my guides to get their shit together. And usually, it's very funny. Usually, if I wait like that, something good happens. Usually, something good happens. And part of that is a lesson for me because, you know, I can't honestly be going all the time. I have to take time out. So, for those of you who are, spiritual light workers, or maybe you do Reiki, or maybe, and this, you could be male or female. Okay. Maybe you do counseling. Um, some of you just need to take a time out. To me, this is burnout. It's so funny. I read, um, it says to burn sage for spiritual clarity, but to me, I read the word burnout. Yeah, I just feel like some of you may feel a little bit burned out and you need to take a little bit of a time out. Some of you need to burn some sage, maybe light some candles, take a little bit of time to just do nothing. Maybe clean a little, cook a little. It's a day where, you watch an old movie, or you just let your mind wander. It's not about like the list of things that you need to do. It's not about the things that you've got to go do. It's just about you taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. Some of you do need some cord cutting, like what I call defogging and defunking. Those of you who want to do that, please send a payment through PayPal for the 45 minute, 90 minute, 45 minutes, $90 reading, and we can do some spiritual work, some clearing work. Because I feel like for some of you, that's what you need. You need kind of just like some what I think of as like vacuuming of your energy. There's some heaviness. A lot of times, like spiritual workers, light workers, kind of get bogged down by all this energy that's kind of placed upon them by their clients. So it's just one of those things that I think it's good to keep in mind, especially those of you who you don't have to be a light worker to feel this way. That's so funny. I say that, and Rizzy says I feel heavy and clouded all the time. Yeah, I would suggest doing a distance healing session with me. I haven't put it back up on my website because generally I don't have. And it's so funny. I said generally, and then Norway says general reading. I'm very much in flow today. But generally, I have been focused on my regular readings, and I haven't mentioned them because I don't see people who are wanting to have the spiritual like distance healing session with me. Like typically, people want, like what I would consider to be like a normal regular reading. So if people want to have the spiritual like clearing session with me, they absolutely could. I'm not sure, Marielle, what your question about the general reading is. This is like a pick a card reading, where I'm holding up different cards, and it is a general reading for people in the sense that, if for people watching back, they can pick the card, whichever they resonate with, and watch it. Typically, it's one of those things where if I'm doing a live recording and I'm reading, these are general energies. So if you wanted something more specific, Marielle, then you're more than welcome to do a private reading with me because this may not resonate. Oh, hey, Michelle. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. So yeah, so going back, people can feel like what I say, like foggy, for a lot of different reasons. It can be a spiritual thing, it can be a diet thing, it could be a thyroid thing. Um, it's just one of those deals where everybody's gonna have their own situation. It's interesting. I actually ate some dulse. I don't know if you've ever heard of dulse, but dulse is like a red seaweed. Um, and you can get it in capsule form or pill form on Amazon actually. And it has, I think I read on the package, like 720% of our daily intake of iodine. I was like, I read the package and I was like, 720%? 720? Like, normally, if you're reading like a vitamin thing, it says like, 25% of your daily intake, like vitamin C. And then on the package of Dulce it said 720%. And I was like, wow, that's really incredible. So I started eating some Dulce, and as soon as I ate the Dulce, I started to feel like my fog lifted. Like I just felt so good. So some of you might want to order that. Okay, it's DULSE. Um, Let me see here. Rizzy's saying something. Well, okay, so like the thing is sometimes energies cling to us, and it's very hard to get rid of them. It's very hard to like raise our vibration, especially if we have energies that cling to us. And it's very difficult, like if we become depressed, like the depression energy typically is like clinging to us and in some way, and it's very challenging to overcome it. So I just think that like it's hard to address. Obviously, in this reading, I can't address your specific issue, but I can say that over time, I think that everybody in the world needs to be cleared of something, whether it's a hook, cord of attachment. Some of it is just general defogging and defunking. That's what I call it, defogging and defunking. Some people need to have like a total diet upgrade or a total diet overhaul. People, and I've said this before and I'll say this again, okay, do not eat superfoods. The only way for us to get really the maximum nutrition out of our food at this time is to have a superfood. And to me, dulse is a superfood. So those of you who are eating regular white bread and having regular store-bought cheap eggs and very few, if any, greens and very few, if any, like actual citrus fruits that would have vitamin C, you're going to feel low, You're not going to feel like you're not going to be in the higher vibration. You're going to feel low. You're going to be because you're eating crap, because you're not eating the superfoods, because you're just, really not addressing what your body needs. And I said this in another video and I don't remember what it was, but I'm of the opinion that everybody has some level of vitamin deficiency, and it's small sometimes. It's like, like I had a test, and of course they tell you on the scale of where you're at with stuff, but I mean, very few people would actually max out the scale, right? So like, let's just say 0 to 10, 10 being the most, 0 being the least of how much vitamin C you have in your body. You're not going to probably show up as a 10. You're probably going to show up somewhere in the middle. Most people are going to show up like maybe like a 3 or 4, but they're not going to but like the thing is, if you're eating superfoods all the time and you're maxing it out, there's more of a chance that your body's going to be absorbing all of those vitamins and nutrients and stuff so like there's a chance that you'll be closer to the 10. That's the thing. You'll be closer. Does that mean you're your body's gonna be able to absorb everything? No, probably not, but at least you'll be closer to the 10 rather than most people probably are at like a 1 or a 2. Some people don't even have any iron in their system at all. Some people are not able to absorb, yeah, mainly because they're not eating enough iron-rich foods. And there's like, of course, like if we were to talk about protein, there's a complete distortion of like what's protein and what's not protein. And so like people get really hung up on the whole protein thing, which which is interesting. You know, the way I view health is that it's a shifting, it's always shifting. And our bodies on one day might need the nettles, might need the pine needle tea. On other days, we absolutely need the vitamin C. On some other days, we might need the olive leaf. It really just depends on where we're at. It is constantly something that our bodies are in the process of. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but I don't know. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and good for you, Michelle. The thing is that people aren't really taking initiative to do that. You know, I talk to people about their diet and they're very stuck in whatever it is that they do. They get into their habits of whatever it is they do. And so it's very difficult to talk to people about diet. Those of you who are watching this and you want to do a health focused reading using I have, this is my, what I can call my herbal medicine deck. I'm not a doctor and I can't prescribe anything, but I can make suggestions about what I see. And the funny thing is sometimes there's nothing that I can suggest that is something that somebody would have to take. Sometimes it's a lifestyle. Sometimes people just need to go running every day. Some people just need more love. It's as simple as that. And it's so funny because we had that hermit card show up earlier in my reading today. And sometimes love is the best medicine. Sometimes love is the only medicine for a person. And sometimes it's a combination of like spiritual clearing, where like Rizzy is saying she suffered from like feeling cloudy, low, it could be a combination where, Rizzy, you might need some spiritual clearing. You might also need to start taking the dolls, you might want to add some superfoods into your diet. All of these things can't hurt you, like increasing your nutritional value by eating superfoods, doing more exercise, having some spiritual work done. All these things are contributing to your health, having more love in your life, things like that. So I'm just gonna make sure I address all the comments. I think I did. Cool. So I think this is where I want to leave this reading. Thank you guys so much for being amazing fans and followers. I will be back again with more. I am going to jump over to Instagram and do one over there. And I may pop back on here a little bit later this afternoon or later today. I'm trying to keep these ones shorter. If you can donate, please, I'd appreciate it so much. If you'd like to get any kind of reading, please let me know. You can just send a payment through PayPal and say, hey, for the 45 minutes and say, hey, I want to do some spiritual work, or hey, I want to do like a health focused reading. Tell me what you see about that kind of thing. Or we can always do a combination of things. A lot of clients opt to do like a combination of things where they ask me their love life questions and career questions, but also they have me focus a little bit more on their health and stuff that that I'd suggest to take, which doesn't hurt. So I send everyone big hugs, big kisses. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thank you guys again so much. Please give me a thumbs up. Please comment after this is posted. I appreciate it. So have a great weekend, guys. Talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye, guys.